think it's working. Hello, everybody. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, right here on Starship Adventures, and this is going to be the last edition. At least I believe it's going to be the last edition here at the cabin. We are going to try to get out tomorrow, but I'm not sure if we are going to be able to or not. We're going to try. Um, we're not leaving at 4 in the morning like we normally do. Because of the situation, we're going to wait until probably early afternoon. And if I feel that I can make it down, I will. If I can't, I won't. We will stay until Monday. If we can get out tomorrow afternoon, we're going to drive halfway back and get a hotel room. And I'll do tomorrow night's show from the hotel room, which will be a better show because I'll be able to do some screens and different things, and we'll be able to do some coverage. And then I'll drive on home on Monday and get to work Monday by 3 p.m. So it's kind of crazy up here. We got some snow. I have no way of really showing it to you, but you guys know what snow looks like. But we ended up getting quite a bit of snow up here. Um, for this town, for North Georgia, it's a lot of snow. I don't even know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. I don't think it's gonna work. Let me turn the brightness way down on this and see if I can get it. I've never tried this before, but I wanted to show you guys some pictures of what it looks like. There you go. There's our table and chairs outside on the porch. You can see there we're just about at 6 inches right now. Official measurement just at 6 tonight. God, that's America. I wish it did. I think the next 3 months on YouTube are going to be big. If things go well, I'm going to put fiber optic in here because that's going outside the cabin. And I want to have temperature monitoring and alerting up here and things because I have a handyman that lives right at the bottom of the street. And I can call him up and say, go up to my cabin, something's wrong. But I don't know to do that because I have no contact with this place when I'm not here. So we've got a special circuit put in just for heating that everything else gets shut off. And I can wire in a computer or whatever I want to that circuit. Probably going to put 2 or 3 Wi-Fi setups in, the multi-camera, pan tilt zooms like I got at home. And I'm going to put in a temperature monitor with alert. And I'm going to put in, you'll be able to talk to through any of the 3 cameras. It'll be nice. What's really good about it is I'll literally be able to dial into the inside camera or either of the outside cameras and speak two-way, set off alarms, alerts, lights, different things. And it'll also alert me if there's motion, like the one inside the house will alert me of any motion that happens inside the house. There shouldn't be any motion. And the way these 2 cameras are going to be set up in the house, they won't see anything outside. So if there's motion on those cameras, someone's in my house, and it's pretty much that simple. And so I want to get that stuff hooked up. And now that fiber optics at the bottom of the street, I think it's going to happen soon. I'm just waiting to justify another $75. All these little bills I get are all milking me dry. You know, $10 for Suno and $10 for this and $12 for that and $6 for this, you know, and then you start throwing the bigger bills on top. And it kind of starts to nickel and dime you to death. I'm paying for about 10 different services that are in a range from $5 to $15 a month. That really starts to add up after a while. You know, you get to be around $200, $250 a month on all these special services. And that included Paramount Plus, which I'm canceling. So, and I'll get to that in a few minutes. Polyamorous Klingons. What, dude, my God, anyway. So the storm is over pretty much. The Carolinas, the snow is pulling out now. This nor'easter is going to track a little bit further offshore than they originally thought. It is going to provide a back-end nor'easter for the Northeast, for Baltimore and Boston, all the way up through Philadelphia and all up into Maine. are going to see some snow from this, but they're not going to get a direct hit. This is not a nor'easter that hugs the coast. This one's going to be offshore a couple hundred miles, and it won't have the same effect. The biggest wallop from this is the North and South Carolina. They got the biggest wallop, and last I heard from Heath earlier in the day, he was over 6 inches. I'm just about at 6 inches now. So a lot up here in the North Georgia mountains as well. Yeah, I'm ready. It's been very cold down there. Fort Myers, Page Field, and Fort Myers, where I'm from, broke the all-time high low, the lowest high temperature ever on that day. A couple days ago, yesterday I think it was, and so we're in a situation where all the way down, even where I'm at, there's a situation down there. Possible flurries tonight in Tampa due to Gulf effect snow and things like that. It's a very cold winter. And it's another one for Al Gore because, the global warming thing. By now, we wouldn't even, I don't think I think that by now Al Gore figured we probably wouldn't have any snow anywhere. And the tides were going to rise up in the streets of Miami and so on and so forth. And none of that happened. Record cold winter. And Yeah, yeah. This storm did not affect the Midwest. This is an East Coast storm. It didn't get charged up until it got into Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. That's when it started picking up speed and energy, and then it's now going up the coast as an offshore nor'easter. So it's not. This was not one for the Midwest. You guys are certainly getting the cold temperatures out of it, though. Everybody's getting that, all the way down to the Keys, down in Florida, getting colder than normal. We've got iguana alerts up down there. Watch for iguanas falling from trees and shit like that. So yeah, it's a very cold system. Here's the thing, though, we're kind of at the end. Hey Heath, what's up, buddy? We're kind of at the end of this colder cycle right now. And I think we're going to see in the next 3 or 4 weeks some moderation. And then we're probably going to see a bit of a cold patch in mid-March. That's my prediction. Because normally when you get 2 or 3 of these big storm systems in a row, you are in the bottom or the top, however you want to look at it, of this 6 or 7 week cycle. And as this cycle goes on with the jet stream, you'll see it come down and come down and come down and come down and come down. And then all of a sudden, you'll see the jet stream start to moderate out. And that's where we're at right now. We just had this is a big dig in the jet stream right now. It's plunging way down into the Gulf. And it's going way down to Florida. I mean, it's a huge trough, okay? It's digging way down. But I think this is the last one. I'm looking at the 10-day and even the extended forecasting for up here, and the temperatures are moderating. We are 5 degrees tonight, 5 degrees tomorrow night. We may or may not be here tomorrow night, but it's going to be 5 degrees again up here tomorrow night. Very, very, very cold temperatures up here. And basically, if you think about it, all right, we've had 3 or 4 of these in a row now, where we've had 6 days apart, 6 days, 6 days, 6 days, big storm, big storm, big storm, big days anymore. After this storm, we're going to see the jet stream start to angle out, and when the next burst comes by, it's not going to dig near as deep as the last 3 or 4 have dug. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow the southeast especially to moderate quite a bit, and the northeast to be a little warmer, and the Midwest to be a little warmer. And so we should have 3 or 4 weeks of more moderate temperatures, I think. I think this is the last big one for this cycle. Is this product placement? I'm drinking Walmart brand Mountain Lightning out of an official Enjoy Coca-Cola cup. I like Coke. It's a long time brand. I've Grew up drinking Coke. It was good. All right. But I became a Mountain Dew guy. Why? Not because I like it better than Coke, but because Mountain Dew, I can drink it anytime. I can drink it 24/7, 365. I never get tired of it. I can drink it warm. It can be in the car. If I'm really thirsty, I'll drink it. It can be whatever temperature. It can be flat. It can be whatever. Doesn't matter. I can still choke it down. And it's the only soda like that. I don't like root beers, and they get really nasty. Start tasting like turpentine. I It's not my favorite flavor. I'm not really a citrus or a lemon guy, or lime or whatever. But the Mountain Dew / Mountain Lightning / Mountain Mist. I'm trying to think of all the different names I've seen given to the that product. I think Coke missed a mark on that one. Didn't they have Mellow Yellow or something? They tried to compete, just didn't. You got 7-Up and Coke. I think they missed a mark on that one because Mountain Dew is, a lot of people like Mountain Dew. 81 in Phoenix today. Well, there you now we're at 10 degrees. We're headed for probably 6 or 7 tonight. It's going to be cold. We've got all 5 heaters running right now. And I've got pillows all tucked around the bottom of the door. And all the usual little things I do to try to keep the heat in the house. We've got all the shades pulled down, the curtains closed upstairs, things like that. Whatever you can do to keep in a little bit more heat. My heater up here, I generally run on low on cold nights, but the last couple nights where it was in single digits, I had to run it on high all night, and it's on high over there right now. And I'll probably just have to leave it on because I can feel it. You can really feel it. Even though we're decent insulated here, you can still feel it like sucking the heat right through the wall. It's crazy. But it's very cold outside. We didn't get the windstorm that they predicted. They predicted a brisk wind today that was going to cause blowing snow and all that. None of that happened. We never got the wind. But we did get the snow. They forecast 3 to 5 inches here, and we got 6. I know for a fact I've got at least 5 at this point, and I know that Heath got 6 over there. I think he can confirm that or whatever his final total was. And by the way, Heath, it's still snowing here. It snowed here all day. It has snowed here all evening. And I've got my big red studio light outside, or my big LED studio light. I got a red right now. The red really picks up the snow. And I got cameras out there and shit. I've recorded some of this. I'll show it to you guys. And I've got a pretty good flurry coming down right now. Almost a snow shower right now outside. So she loved it. Listen, this is a big deal. We're Floridian. My mom born and raised in Southwest Florida, and between Fort Myers and Arcadia. And so she grew up never seeing snow. She didn't see snow until later. She was an adult. And they took a trip to Canada right after I think I was 2. We went to see family in Canada. And that was the first time that she had ever seen snow, and she's never been in a blizzard or done anything, never seen an ice storm before, because we still didn't see an ice storm, but that's fine. We're okay with that. Ice storms are dangerous. Heath was without power for days because of that ice storm. Yeah. Let's see here. Yep. And so she really, really enjoyed it. She was sitting in her rocking chair right inside the French doors, just watching it all happen out there. And I'll tell you what, as we got up to about 5 inches today, I'm not sure exactly where we're at. When I officially measured it, it was a healthy 5 inches, and it's been snowing out there, and we actually have some additional coverage. So it's going to be between 5 and 6 for sure here. And I know Heath, I think, is at 6 over there too. So definitely, if there's anybody in the Carolinas, let us know where you're at on snow. Some places in the Carolinas got several feet of snow. And now they're dealing with single digit temperatures overnight. So very cold. The snow is very puffy. It's very light. It's hard because it's so cold outside, which is nice. If you're sweeping it around, there's no ice. It's just like deck underneath, you know. And that's why I'm going to go tomorrow with. I'm going to take my flat shovel, and I'm going to go shovel out a little bit of my driveway and see what it's like. If it looks like it's dry and I can shovel it down to my road, I may do that tomorrow so we can get out. Um, it's not that big a deal. It just takes. I have to do it in like 3 different intervals, but I'll get it done. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow. We've got, like I said, 5 to 6 inches on the ground, and it's not going anywhere. And the high tomorrow is 26. So it's not going to, nothing will melt tomorrow. It's all just going to sit there. Now, there may be a bright sun tomorrow. So that will change things. As you know, even though it'll stay below freezing, that sun will cause melt. And so I'm going to see where we're at as we get towards the end of the day. Even if it's 5 in the evening, if I feel like I can go, I'm going to go. I'm packing up everything tomorrow morning. I've already started. And if I feel like I can get out even at 5 p.m., I'm going to, and we will drive 3 or 4 hours and get a room. I'll come on live with you guys in the car if I have to for a few minutes to let you know what's going on. But I'm going to get out tomorrow if I can. And the goal is to be back in the studio by tomorrow night, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'll probably be coming to you either live from the road tomorrow night, or tomorrow night I will be in the hotel room. Hopefully we'll be in a hotel room and I'll have good internet and we can do a couple-hour show and cover what's going on in the world and, get back a little bit back towards normal. But anyway, regardless of that, by Monday night, we should be back in by normal. The studio is not all ripped apart at home. It won't take me but an hour to be back on the air at home. So that's the good news there. And so I'm looking forward to getting home and doing that. All right, so let's see here. If you guys have anything else you want to mention, bring it up. I do want to say that there was rioting in LA last night. I'm going to get back to covering this every night. Trust me, it's eating me up that we're missing meeting a lot of new people and getting a lot of numbers and stubs and stuff. If this will continue to do it, then we'll leave it here. If this will continue to do it, then we'll leave it here. But anyway. All right. So yeah, it looks like it's stabilizing now. But as soon as I move around though, it'll get freaking all wonky again. All right. So yeah, I think that's stable now. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. Yeah, I don't see anybody chatting much. I don't know if my chat room's messed up. Let me change it to live chat. Yeah, I agree, Jungle. I absolutely agree with that. There is nothing more important than that right now, and so that's why, I've went ahead and just, taken the time and taken the opportunity to come up here with her, and she got to see a big snowstorm, so that was awesome. Let's see here. It sucks because, hey Victor, what's up, buddy? It sucks because with low internet like this, I see myself on my phone, so I know what's going out, but I have no way of knowing what's coming back. See, when I'm in my studio, I have a separate computer that's showing me a playback of the show, so I see that I'm on the air and I can see everything's working. They call that a return signal at work. And it's important. We have it at work where we actually have a big screen up that shows our TV stations, and it shows them coming back on different cable services, direct TV, all kinds of different things up there. And so you can not only see that we're going out and what's going out, but we can also see that it's coming back over the 5 different providers for our area. And so I do the same thing at home. I actually have a return so that I can see. It's delayed 20 seconds or so, but I can see that I'm going out and I'm coming back and what the quality looks like. So anyway, but when I'm up here like this, guys, the phone is all that works. And I've been dead in the water this week with internet. I've had to drive into town both Friday nights. I had to drive into town and sit in the Home Depot or in some parking lot somewhere downtown, and put in my weekend shows and make my shows and do all the stuff that I have to do. And this is only, I believe it's the first time I've had to do this twice while I'm up here. Go drive into town to actually do my work so I could find a Wi-Fi connection. It's a 12-mile drive into town. It's not that big a deal. The worst part is the cops are driving by, spotlighting everybody. The streets roll up around here. The Home Depot closes at 8. I mean, everything rolls up around here. And so I'm sitting there in the parking lot as the employees are walking out, leaving. And I'm like, shit, I got to get out of here. But I got all 3 of my shows done. I got them put in. It is what it is. But I've had no internet here at all at the cabin this week. It's been kind of suck, whatever. Yeah. Other than that, that's what I have. I'm thinking about what I read through the news today. There wasn't a whole lot going on with everything. I think that the rioting and the civil unrest that we're experiencing across the nation right now, I actually believe that that's going to continue to get worse for a little while. And I'm going to be gearing up for a lot of coverage with it. And I'm even going to have multiple computers ready to cover different towns and different things. And I'm going to have things set to go because we're going to be covering scanners in these towns. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff with video. And so I'm going to try to up the coverage just a little bit more because I really believe that this unrest is going to continue. And I think it's going to continue to get worse. And that it sucks, but I actually believe that that's the direction that we're moving in. All right. Any opinions on that or anything else you guys want me to discuss tonight? Please stop what? Well, what would you like me to stop? This is a stopgap show while I'm on vacation with my elderly mother. I'm just trying to keep the algorithms going and talk to my friends every night on here. We'll be back to regular in the next day or two. And we'll be back to our multi-screen show every night. So I'm not sure if you're talking to me or what, but anyway. So that's what we've got, guys. And we're just checking out what is with the news, with space weather. We'll get back to all that stuff in a day or two. Like I said, the studio's ready. I just got to get back to it. All right. I'm hoping we can get out in the morning or in the afternoon. It'll probably be late afternoon tomorrow before we can get out, if at all. I'm going to see what the sun does tomorrow. Direct sunlight for hours should begin to start moving some of that out. So, hey, no worries. No, I'm just trying to keep it going. That's what we're doing. I'm just, trying to keep the fire going in the engine room here. And in a day or two, we'll be back to full strength. Even more. I'm looking at. I think I'm going to take the Linux machine for a while, and I'm going to do some kind of scanner coverage related to the unrest. And so I'm going to try to work a little different angle on that. And then I've got 6 other computers that are sitting waiting to do something. So we're going to see what we can do to get some other coverage. It's just like Minneapolis, it's hard to get. You can't get the scanner feeds for like what's going on in town. It's just not available. And I'm working on a drawing board right now on a system that we would be able to mail to somebody, and you'd be able to put an antenna on the roof of your house and just plug this in, stick it in the attic or something. And it would provide me with a feed of your local radio so we can get the police, fire, EMS. We can also get MURS, GMRS, FRS signals, because that's how I think these groups are coordinating. So I would love to be able to get feeds of the radio traffic on both sides. And be able to provide that in some kind of format. So, but I don't have it. In most cases, there's not an SD available right in the area that does VHF, UHF. A lot of times the police scanners they're not fed out for that area, or they're scrambled and not available for that area, or whatever. So, but I think it would be really cool to be able to go about 3 blocks from wherever this is going on, like these federal buildings, like in Portland. I'd love to go to Portland and park about 3 blocks away, and with my van with high gain antennas on it, and I would be able to receive all GMRS traffic simultaneously. RS, MURS, all FRS, different things that they might be using. I would even be scanning the basic frequencies that come in a Baofeng radio, things like that. I've got the 10 frequencies they use for testing, because a lot of people never even program their Baofeng. They just buy 10 of them and start using them on those unapproved, inappropriate channels. And so if we can get to the point where I can get to an area where there's something going on, we can do that. No, I am not in the tub. I'm in my bed. This is my bed. I'm going to bed. The way it works up here, Mom goes to bed around 8 o'clock. I come up here. I prep for the show. I get ready for bed. I do the show, and then I go to bed. I get up around 6 in the morning. The only place in my cabin, inside my cabin, that the phone can reach the internet is 2 feet above my bed. It's on a tripod right now. That you guys are on a tripod, and it's 2 feet above the bed, and it's a certain spot on the bed, and it has to be in that exact spot. And if it is, then I can do a show. So all I do is I come on while I'm on vacation, just so you guys know. I just come on in the little sweet spot here before I go to bed each night. Just say goodnight to everybody, and we go through the news real quick and just basically feed the algorithms a little bit and let YouTube know that I'm still around out here. And we'll be back to full strength in just a couple of days. But that's all there is to it. We do it. If you guys have never seen our show before, we do a full multi-screen news show every night, and every night at 2 p.m. Eastern, and when news breaks. So I do 12-hour coverage on the weekends a lot of times when this unrest is going on. Yeah, I do not like meatloaf, but I'll leave that there. I think it's a waste of good ground beef. I can think of so many better things to do with ground beef, like feed it to a dog. I mean, seriously, I don't get the meatloaf thing. But see, I don't really like onions and peppers and mushrooms and things like that. And if I'm going to take ground beef and put ketchup on it, then I'm going to take ground beef and put ketchup on it. I don't need to put meatloaf. So yeah, I'm not a big meatloaf fan, but that's cool. My mom loves meatloaf. Everybody I know loves meatloaf. Yeah, we'll be here. Like I said, if you've not seen our shows, go back and take a look from a week and a half ago and see the kind of coverage we were doing. And rest assured, we'll be back to it in 2 days. I have a home studio that I built at my house, and it's a 12 by 14 television studio that I've built out behind my house. And so I invite you guys to. This is just me coming on and saying goodnight to everybody. That's all this is, because that's all I can do up here. I have no internet. Like I said, I produce commercial radio, and I produce some of those paid programs on the weekend. That's how I make my extra money. Another thing I do to make money. And when I'm up here, I still have to produce these shows. They send me the parts, and I take them and make them and put them together. And then I have to input them into the system at the station so that they'll play. I had to drive in both days and sit in the Home Depot parking lot and use the Home Depot Wi-Fi system in order to dial into my work and make the episodes and load them into the next gen system, the Zeta system, so that it would play this weekend. And they all were loaded and played. And everything's good. But so that really sucks. The internet's bad up here this time. The AT&T stuff's not working like it did last time. So got fiber at the bottom of the street, and as soon as YouTube is doing just a little bit better, I can make a little more money. I'm going to go ahead and pay to have fiber optic put up here, so that I have camera here and everything else, but also so that when I'm here, I can do my regular shows from up here. That's very important to me. All right, guys, anything else real quick before I clear up here? I'm going to go check on Mom, and I'm going to go to bed. I'm done. Very tired. I don't know why I did nothing all day, but just take care of Mom and hang out. And it's been a very good trip. Lots of quality time, and that's important. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to give it just a few more seconds here to see if anybody comes in. Well, thank you, Yellow. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys all found us, found the channel, and are hanging with us here. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Have a good night out there. Yeah, we'll be safe tomorrow. I'm not going to do anything that's a big risk. It's my mom and my car, so we're not going to do anything too crazy. It's the only car I got. It's the only mom I got. So we're not going to do too many crazy things tomorrow. So anyway, yep. All right, we'll see you guys later. Everybody have a good night out there. My name is Ian, live from my vacation cabin here that we've owned for over 30 years in Blairsville, Georgia, from the upstairs where I have a little honey hole right on top of the bed here, where I can get some internet and check in with you guys in the evening on the way to bed. This is an impromptu vacation edition of the Sights and Sounds of Earth. This is Starship Adventures. Our other channel is Starship After Dark. And we hope to see you guys when our programming all returns to normal within 48 hours. All right, everybody, have a good one out there. We'll see you next time. 7-3s, everybody. 7-3s. KO4 EFS QSY. Good night, everybody.